It is also understood that Mrs. May will use the speech to call for technical higher education qualifications to be equal to university degrees as part of a new government review. The Prime Minister will make the announcement in Derbyshire later today. She is expected to signal the potential reintroduction of maintenance grants for the country's poorest pupils. The Conservative leader is expected to say, "Now is the time to take action to create a system that is flexible enough to ensure that everyone gets the education that suits them." Related articles: Universities make Brexit demands as it says students are concerned. Rees-Mogg reveals biggest threat to freedom of speech in universities. Tory infighting has over Brexit negotiations have meant the Prime Minister has been unable to make a mark on domestic issues since last year's general election. It is hoped today's speech will help to reaffirm Mrs. May's commitment to her policy agenda outside of leaving the EU. The anticipated announcement will come after former UK Education Secretary Justine called for the return of the grants for more disadvantaged students. Mrs. May is reportedly set to admit the current way post-18 education is paid for is leaving the most disadvantaged students with the highest debts. She will explain how the new review of the way the system operates will examine how we can give people from disadvantaged backgrounds an equal chance to succeed. The Prime Minister will say, the competitive market between universities which the system of variable tuition fees envisaged has simply not emerged. All but a handful of universities charge the maximum possible fees for undergraduate courses. 3-year courses remain the norm. And the level of fees charged do not relate to the cost or quality of the course. We now have one of the most expensive systems of university tuition in the world. For those young people who do not go on to academic study, the routes into further technical and vocational training today are hard to navigate, the standards across the sector are too varied and the funding available to support them is patchy. One in 3 18-year-olds were placed on degree courses in England last year. Overall, university application numbers in England 5%. However, the entry rate for students from disadvantaged areas in 2016 was the highest on record, standing at 19.5%. Related articles: Who is Chobi Young and why has he resigned from universities? Watchdog? UK universities receive record number of applications from foreigners. Academic-obsessed universities should have funds cut, warns top Tory.